Hey guys, what's up? What's going on? It's goes Cruz for this. So today we'll be looking at a gift of purchase set. This is a set that I got a pretty long time ago when I ended up making a big purchase, buying the Lego Castle, the $400 set, which I did finish and I'm going to review. As you guys can see, my phone camera is no longer shaking because I finally got a new phone today. I've been busy recording. I've already recorded 2 videos and uploaded one ready to my main channel, and I can finally start recording and uploading here. So this is a pretty cool box. It is, and in a pretty cool set, I do have to say that. This is the set number 40563. It's Home of the Brick. This is a gift of purchase that I did here in the United States for, I believe, this was the big one. This was the biggest tier. They had 3 tiers. One was a little like VIP stuff. There was a small set one. I think this was for, I think it was above $200, if I'm not mistaken. It was a lot. I think it was over $170. Somewhere from that range. I can't remember from the top of my brain. But again, it's tribute to the Lego house. It's 583 pieces. Gift of purchase set through the Lego website. And I'm pretty sure they were also doing it at stores. So if you guys don't know, there is the Lego house. It's a building that looks kind of like that. It's in Denmark, where Denmark is the right place, yes. Where Lego is originally from. And there you can see some of the coolest builds you'll probably ever seen. A bunch of really cool stuff. It tells you a lot of the history. It's kind of a big museum and experience for people who are big Lego fans. And there's a random brick in here. Sounds like there's a random brick in there. There is a random brick in there. Cool. All right, nice. So it's pretty cool. Again, I got the set free purchase because I got a bunch of other stuffs. I actually ended up getting 2 of them. I sold one of them and then I built the other one, and of course I have it right in front of you. So it's a bunch of small builds, as you guys can see, a bunch of small little builds. Sorry about the hair. Jesus, why is my hair there? But it's a bunch of small little builds, all representing certain things from the Lego house or the Lego house themselves. It's pretty interesting. But first, I do have to show you guys the instruction book. The instruction book is pretty simple on the front, and it shows you the 5 builds. It's just one book, and it tells you a lot about the history of the Lego house. It tells you a lot about it, what exactly what the 5 builds are. It tells you the history of the certain things, like the dinosaurs themselves. This is the Lego house, the Lego tree that they're trying to represent. I would recommend seeing videos of this stuff because it's absolutely cool. Of course, there's the famous duck, which we'll talk about. There's the big dinosaurs, which we will also see. The machinery molds, and then, of course, the actual house itself and how it's designed from the outside. It's done in a bunch of different languages, which is kind of cool. And then it starts the build. The first build is the Lego house itself. Now, it's extremely simple, but wasn't anything hard or anything like that. And this is the Lego house. This is the first build. It's kind of flat and it's kind of simple, but it represents kind of what the build looks like from the outside. This is a printed piece. There is no stickers. All of these guys are kind of given like a platform thing to be on and easily displayed. Again, this is kind of what the Lego house looks like from the outside, from an aerial view. It's got a very interesting look. And that's what it's supposed to represent. Again, I've never been there or anything like that, but I have seen videos of it. I think it's pretty accurate, but it's pretty colorful. It's a pretty easy build. It wasn't anything extremely tedious. It wasn't anything particularly hard to build, and it was just cool. So, again, not much to say there. I think it was done well. I think it represents what it's supposed to be, and that's basically it. But yeah, that was the first build. The second build was the Lego tree. So this is a big, massive tree that is, again, in the Lego house itself. And it's basically impossible for me to try to describe to you guys how big this thing is. And it's got some really cool stuff. So, like in the picture I showed you guys, they had these big leaves. And in these leaves that they're supposed to be represented there are these big builds. And when I mean big, I mean big. This thing is massive in real life. Probably. Again, I've seen videos, but that's basically it. It's called a tree of creativity. I cannot speak today. Sometimes I struggle saying words. All these are supposed to represent certain builds. So This is supposed to be a castle. I know that's what it's supposed to represent. This is supposed to represent a crane, which I think is represented pretty cool. This is supposed to represent some type of city. I have no idea what this is supposed to represent, and I have no idea what this is supposed to represent. Maybe a train? I could see a train. This might represent a train. Again, I don't know entirely what it's supposed to represent because I haven't seen those videos in a long time. But I believe they all represent a specific build that's actually on there. And I do know this is supposed to be a castle. I believe this is a train. That's supposed to be a city, a nice little house or a town, something. And then this is supposed to represent a crane there at the top. It was actually kind of nice to build. I think it's a really small scale, but it represents what it's supposed to be. Again, once again, well, I think it's kind of hard to represent this in such a small scale to what its its original material is, but it's pretty cool, and you do get a printed piece there pretty nicely. So again, not too bad, not too shabby. I think it turned out pretty cool, and there's some nice pieces in there that are nice. The third build is actually the dinosaurs. So these are 3 dinosaur builds that all generally made the same way, and then there's some small difference in between them. Again, they're big Lego dinosaurs that are in the actual Lego house. And then these are all supposed to represent one. They all on like these thingies, so you can turn them. So if you want to make them all look kind of straight or sideways, how the instructions tell you to put them. This is the first one. They also represent dinosaurs or T-Rexes, I think. But they look pretty solid. Again, at this scale, I think you get the general idea. That's his eye, that's his mouth, his little arms. It's kind of a red color. I do like his little feet. And then his little feet look funny and kind of fat, but I like it. This is the second guy. Once again, the colors are pretty cool. There's a bunch of different pieces. His feet are done slightly differently, and then his hands are done slightly differently. His head's basically the same way, and then his tail is different. The last one is like a robot dinosaur, which is kind of cool. Robot T-Rex. His tail's done very differently, probably the most different out of all of them. His legs are done funny. With those clip pieces. His arms are these little, a lot of times they're droid pieces or skeleton pieces of different color. And again, overall pretty good. And then I do really like this piece used there. So you can like almost, it looks like a wind-up toy, which is funny. And again, that is another printed piece that just says dinosaurs. So pretty cool. Pretty cool. My personal favorite one is the wooden duck. So I do know a little bit about the wooden duck. And the backstory of it. If you guys don't know, there is a tons of videos that explain a lot better than I do the history of Lego and the company itself. But this is based on the wooden duck that was first made by the Lego company way before they were making anything else. They basically started making toys, and the wooden duck is one of those most recognizable toys that they ended up making. If I'm not mistaken, it was the first. Don't quote me on that. But it's a very recognizable duck there, and it's been done in Lego a couple of times, and it's just a really iconic thing for Lego because it represents so much for them and their past, and I think it represents it really well. This is, I think, the thing that I really wanted to have the most because it looks very good. I think in this scale, how good it was made is actually incredible. How good it looks at this scale. You are actually able to take this one off. It's got you can just kind of place it there so it doesn't move, but you can technically just carry around this stick and it does work. It's a little cart, which I think is actually nice. I would be careful because all these builds are slightly like easy to fall apart or anything, and these are printed pieces as well as the eyes. But yeah, and the wooden duck piece is this part printed. So once again, really cool. This is definitely my favorite one. I'll probably keep this built for a pretty long time, but this is definitely one that I do want to keep up in my room for a long time because I just find it cool. I like to know the history behind companies and stuff like that, and definitely behind one of my favorite companies, and I think the duck is super cool, so that's nice. The last part is an interesting thing. It's called the brick molding machine. So if you guys don't know, Lego is made through like plastic injections, I believe it's called. Again, I'm not a scientist or anything like that, or have any experience in anything like that. Of course, that is the picture they do show. It's probably a complicated process. So they use these machines. They've been using these machines for a pretty long time. And these is how they basically create the moldings of and the creation of bricks. Basically, it's pretty interesting. I have seen some videos of it, which is pretty cool. And this is supposed to represent that machine that they do have. Again, these machines are extremely precise. Lego's an extremely precise building experience and just product in itself. It's the reason why so many Lego things are illegal, yet people do it all the time, because the difference is millimeters in size, which make certain things illegal because they string pieces. This was a nice build as well. Again, nothing too crazy about it. Again, I wasn't overly knew what was gonna happen in this set or this build because I haven't seen anything like this. I found those just overall cool. I think even if you're not a big fan of the Lego house or a bunch of stuff, I think these are cool builds. Same thing with this one. I think these go in the middle category, and then this kind of goes in the strange category because it's a brick molding machine. It's a little diorama thingy, but it does look cool. You do get a nice printed piece as there as well. So if you wanted to take this for parts, it's also pretty solid. But yeah, I think overall pretty cool. I think it represents it pretty solidly. Again, at this scale, it's a little hard, but I think it does pretty well. You do get a nice little bucket and some 3 pieces. I only have 2. One of them fell in my room. Don't know where. And of course, this is a nice printed piece there, the brick molding machine piece right there. So that's cool. And for actually one of the cool parts about this set are the extra pieces. So I actually put them all in a little baggie. One of the good ones is a string piece. There's like that piece is just pretty cool. There is a printed piece in there, which I will show you guys. That is a nice piece to also get. Where is it? That is a printed piece that's for that's extra. Where is it? Is it this one? Yeah, so this is a printed piece. I'll show you guys. It's used for the house to represent, I think, a window or something. Everything else is pretty standard, but this is a good piece. It is printed. It's literally a fucking 1x1 plate, and then it's on the side. It's printed. I don't know what it was originally used for, but it is used here for a cool effect, and you do get 2 of them, so that's pretty cool. Other than that, I mean, it does come with a good amount of spare pieces, but mostly because all the sets, this entire set had very little, a lot of pieces, but a lot of them were very small. So, it's pretty cool. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of this specific set, you know. I've had this one for a while, and I just haven't really done much with it because I haven't been able to record videos or whatever. I think it was a cool set. Again, I don't think I would be able to purchase this set myself. I don't think I would ever spend the money for it. Probably would be a $20 to $25 set. Maybe even more expensive. But because it is a free set, I do think that I, of course, enjoyed it because I love free stuff. And I think it was overall a fun build. I do like some of the little small ones that they are made. If not, then you can still use them and break them for parts. I'll probably keep them up for a little bit, probably a while. I'm not entirely sure how long I'll keep these up, but they're cool. I think this is a cool set. I don't have anything particularly lovely to say or anything horrible to say about this set. I do find this kind of a cool free set that is I think a nice one. Pieces are good, and I think the overall builds are actually nice to build. And some of these, even if you're not the biggest fan of Lego or stuff like that, it's still super nice, or you know, anything specific like that, or obsessed with the house of you know, the Lego house or anything like that. There are still some nice small little builds. But yeah, that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Check everything else down in the description, specifically my TikTok, Instagram, gaming channel, and the main channel, which is the Pokemon channel. And I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you, guys.